What up, man? You know, it's your boy Teejay, aka the Brother Kid Son. Welcome to it. This is another episode over Rep Your Hood right here on Mazabuka TV channel 93 on a Top Star Decoders. Yes, we always come into a neighborhood and we get to look at and speak to people that are doing different things as we get to know more about the neighborhood. Today we're doing something different. We are speaking to an artist. He goes by the name of Miz Wayne, one of the people that is well known in the southern province and other parts of the country. He is a musician and hey, want to get to know his story from the ground up and let's get to talk to him. Come with me as we get to meet up my brother, man, as he takes us through Nakambala compound. Let's go.
When it comes to my hood, that's how it goes. When it comes to my hood, chicks wanna. When it comes to my hood, that's how it goes. When it comes to my hood, my hood, my hood, my hood, my hood, my hood, my hood. Go down when it comes to my hood.
Easy. Familiar, bro. Cool, man. Cool. Take us around your neighborhood, man. Let's get to know what Nakambala is all about, my brother.
Hapo independence of Canada.
Oh, down there.
Mimi born.
But first, you're first. I want to junta.
Junta.
Hey, no.
Kama ni mama soft, so I don't know where it's still junta. Obviously, bar you can find.
But what do you want? Ghetto.
It's
Ghetto, meet Sabibo, everything.
It's not ghetto, but it's ghetto, man.
We're to Zambia to work.
Me, I grew up from here. I know places around here.
And how long?
Mazabuka. You know how old I am?
Expose.
I don't want to say, but if you can guess, that's how old I've been. That's how long I've been living in this place. Yeah. I was born and raised here. Living sometimes like that, probably because of school. In holidays, but I was born and raised here.
And which school did you go?
I went to St. Edmund. First, I went to St. Columbus. Like all the schools I did are St.
So, was your father part of, was he a priest? What was part of the reason behind that?
No, I went to St. Columbus. Didn't went to Catholics. St. Columbus, I was the one saving. The date to 12, I went to St. Edmund.
In Kolo. There was St. Edmund.
Yeah.
The Norman as well.
Yes. Just walking. And then the somebody and the sister. Sister was running some grocery shop in the market. I'll show you around. So I started selling there. Because you know if you're doing the family business, but they don't even put you on a salary. So so you actually put yourself on a salary. Then after that, worked for certain people, different contractors. You can cover my rights. Money was not enough, man.
Everything you do, bro, you gotta make sure that you're doing it and you're getting something out of it.
I had huge responsibilities. be fond of me, so I had to stop after my contract was done. I did like a small business. I was selling clothes, printed clothes.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, I started working on the job that I'm currently working on now.
But that's what's up, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not easy. Like, you know what I mean? If I get to tell you about me as well, sometimes why, you know, you fall, then you get up at time.
Yeah.
But you know, the most important factor is you keep moving and you stand up. You know what I mean? It's not always going to be the easiest thing. It's not always going to be the lightest thing to ever achieve.
Yeah, I know.
But you just need to make sure that, look, this is what is going on. This is what is happening.
Yeah.
Just be strong about it, just like you do. I'm a man, you need to fight this battle. So that's definitely what it is, and yeah. Hey, face. Let's talk about Mazabuka. Here's something about Mazabuka.
What about Mazabuka?
Boy, a gang cut.
Gankata. Na Morini Mukia.
Morini Mukia ni yeto. Cheers, Morini Mukia.
Morini Mukia. Koko boy, ni wine jano magale usi. That's what you find it.
Now I want to be gang cutter. Then guluska lusaka bambati kachasu American swimper. Number one ati lama hina boy. Ati what else would be the call? The call it ati. Come on. Dailo vai hina. Ati kankram.
Okay, what a problem?
Stand up.
I think we go this way. This is a demarcation. This is Kapufi. This is Kapufi area. So this is what demarcates Nakambala and Kapufi. So this is Nakambala. This is Kapufi. Okay. So we move to Nakambala.
So why Nakambala? Why don't you say Nakambala?
Man, I grew up from Nakambala. This is my hood. It has a lot of my memories. Like I told you, Ndawo menena mu Mazabuka. Like I've stayed in all parts of Mazabuka. I was born in Kabobola. I stayed in Apollo. Partially grew up from Apollo, Nakambala, Njomona, so Kaonga. I know all the places, but this place, man, it has all the memories, everything. So I want to show you around Nakambala. Yeah, so what I was saying, Gankata. It's just that me, I don't know about beer. But one thing I can remember about Gankata, way back staying in Kabobola.
Yeah.
Way back when I was staying in Kabobola, my grandmother, she used to grow Gankata boy. Boy, Gankata boy, I got to go. That's it. Then I went to steal. I got 2 cups, man. I was drunk, boy. Boy. I got an axe, boy. I went to my elder brother, Felix. Sorry, he's late. My late elder brother, Felix. I went to him where again. I want to catch you. I was drunk, man. Vomiting and Ndaluga. I'll call him in my job.
Oh, okay.
Joe Biden.
Why Joe Biden? What manning my Americans?
No. Growing up, I think that's Joe Biden. This is Joe Biden. So growing up, my friend was a problem. So we used to call him Ndawo back then.
Oh, you're bad, yo.
You're bad, boy. So that's how we started calling him Joe Biden. That's why I was drunk. After that, never taken down.
Okay, and you just okay. You know, it's surprising. Most of us young men, right, have all taken alcohol. And there's everyone has experienced that. Yeah, well, have you ever? Okay, what you understand, but what made you stop or stop drinking? Because you don't drink.
I don't drink. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Okay. What made me stop drinking completely? Like, I don't like beer. I hate beer. My father used to take alcohol seriously. My father didn't know it. So the things that he used to do under the influence of alcohol, I never used to like them.
Yeah.
And I just started drinking alcohol from there. A lot of people would say I look like my father, and they would always say,
"Don't be like him."
I'm going to be like him.
Oh, okay.
He used to drink a lot of everything, so I always told myself I want to be different. I want to be a different person. I don't want to be drinking alcohol. That's how I completely stayed away from beer.
But how is that working for you? You talked about your dad. Like, how does the family now look at you? The fact that you're doing better. Of course, I know you're also a father. And
I think.
Wait, I did my bean first. But first of all, like, how's your family treating you now? Because you stopped drinking alcohol, you don't drink and stuff like that.
Actually, it's not that maybe I used to drink alcohol.
You tried it.
I tried, yeah. I tried.
Oi, Laka.
Sticker.
Easy familiar.
Wash it. I tried, but it was those situations where the peers will tell you, especially at school, they'll tell you, man, if you drink, you are an artist. They say if you drink, you'll be late on stage. Zaka performer, what is Zakali? Boy, one day you check a beer, check up, one day I've been able to check a dog. So I wanted to experiment. Kadogo, I didn't experiment. I didn't experiment, but the beer I tried. There was nothing that could motivate me, man. I think one of the reasons why I couldn't be motivated anymore was way back after finishing school. I once worked in a nightclub as a bottle doper. Wow. Yeah, as a doper, my bottle club, down, I'm basically go to counter, the kitchen, like that. So I worked in the bar, then in the one to what the things they used to do, they would lose money, people would steal from them. So I looked at such kind of behavior, and then I said, no, I think I don't want to be like that. But I have nothing against people that, especially those that drink responsibly.
Yeah, it's very important.
Because I've actually been in relationships with ladies that drink. Yeah.
How'd you handle it? How'd you handle? Wait.
Let me show you.
Yeah.
My sister stays here.
Oh, okay. So that's family. Yeah. Okay, well, nice to know that Hood is your hood.
Good job. Adiela. Muri abo tu? Eh? Hey!
Muri abo tu? Denyato adumba.
Niwo abo tu? Ya ndagamo. Eh. Bye, uncle. Yeah.
Back to me first, my question is, how do you manage getting a woman that drinks and you don't drink? Because, okay, Oli, when someone drinks, behavior like inside, one. Two, is that thing where you are sober, the behavior that they portray is different.
Yeah.
How do you manage that?
First of all, I never used to be in a relationship carelessly. I don't have a problem with somebody being responsible. I don't have a problem with somebody being responsible.
Yeah.
So if a woman is responsible, I don't have a problem with that. So when you go out, I'm taking softies. Yeah. So that's it.
Now let's get to your music. Now, okay.
Yeah.
Why the name Miz Wayne? First of all,
Miz Wayne. Miz Wayne is actually an abbreviation of my two names.
And which are what?
My native name, which is Mizinga. So from Mizinga we got Mizi.
Mizi.
Then Wayne is my first English name. So Mizinga is my native name. So it's actually a combination of Mizinga and Wayne. So Miz Wayne. But when I started music, that wasn't my name. will laugh, my guy.
Yeah,
You will laugh.
yeah.
I was called Miz Wayne.
Was it? Were you trying to be like Lil Wayne?
Probably because I want to show you around here. This is where I used to stay.
I know, I'm seeing a market here.
No, we're gonna go
I want to see where the bike Junte, where the bike can come.
We'll go to
Cancram.
the market, but I just want you to see where I used to stay.
Yeah.
This is where I grew up from.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so that's how. Now, why music? You know, you've gone to school. You know, what I mean, you've done electrical engineering. You know, a lot of people will say music, you know, is a waste of money, it's a waste of time. You know, special parents will say, you know, what I mean, it just disturbs our lives, it forces us into drugs and so forth. But why did you decide music?
Music. First of all, I find peace in music.
Yeah.
I express myself freely in music.
Okay.
You'd probably ask me questions. You can interview me in English, in Tonga. I wouldn't actually even express myself well. But give me a mic, man. I'm going to talk to you. You get, huh? So I find peace in music. I can express myself well in music. And most of all, I love to because this is the only voice I have. This is the only channel that I can use to express myself and teach people about different stuff about the world. This is where I used to stay.
Where?
Here, this house.
And how long ago was that?
I don't know how long, I don't remember, but I left this place in 2013. After I lost my sister.
Condolences.
Yeah.
Any memories besides losing your sister that you have that you'd share with us about this house?
This house.
Now tell us, maybe you're busy sneaking in your madam, your girlfriend. No, tell us, like for real, tell us, bro.
This house has huge memories, man.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of stuffs about my life are recorded from.
Yeah.
I had all my long time friends here. We would meet here. This is where we used to play. Aben Zuman. Over here. Joe Biden, the one I told you about, used to stay here. Sorry, apapenzi pako chileka, sorry. Joe Biden used to stay here. Elvis is still my friend, we still talk. He's a doctor now.
Okay.
Stayed here. Derek used to stay here.
Hood Ep1, yeah.
Derek used to stay here. Wanda used to stay there. My house there in Green Bay. Then this, I had a friend, female friend.
Just like a get up dad.
No, she was my friend, Angela. Yep. Angela used to stay here. This place, way back, it was a clinic.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody's giving you instructions in a Kambala like you're lost, they're telling you, is that place about old clinic? This is the place that they need. Yeah, this is the place that they need. This is my friend. This is one of the people I work with. He's my brother, my homie. This guy is everything to me.
So, but let us know, man. Like, how is it here, man? Like, how is it working with, Miz Wayne? Of course, we've come all the way, to present at the neighborhood, of course, like Kambala, area. How is it, been working with them? He didn't even tell me name first of all, actually. The name Mr. One Bola, Yankees, Wakapakabiru, Pramunga Kondoka Pakati program.
Yes,
first of all, Miz Wayne is my favorite food. And Nakwata Sana is one of my favorites. I'm music industry. I'm from Kopo that's what I'm brother. Talking about that, you know what I mean? There's this thing that, people kind of work, there's this issue of tribalism, where people kind of work together. You just mentioned from Kopo Belt, he's southerner, you know what I mean? How has it been, you being in the south, working with someone that, is, from a different tribe?
Okay, first of all, just I'm quite easy,
mukara number 1 mutonga but futhi nampera respect number 1 kuri music industry na kucharofi then futhi ayisafi mukubati na ina fenga bache bakwe time ya kurecord that record niti nokuthi pushing sana futhi chimwela big time rakate chimwela
and like how many songs have you worked on like so far, like, you know what I mean, with him? Like how many songs have you guys done together?
With him quite I am on group I am on creative but I think more than 5
click Mike what a clicky
lyrical soldiers
where were my soldiers
oji tuli mashoti ya mashirika yes then akwa fati tukuma film featuring a personage not what I think 3.
Wow.
Yeah, so
all right, my man, great to know you, nice to meet you, and continue representing your hood, man.
Cheers.
You're in your hood, rep your hood, Sanza, channel 93 for top star on that.
okay sauna na boy
Control. Yeah.
So now,
then
yeah,
this place here kwenye kwa chimtengo kudala chimtengo sote mzee ni pati ni mpaka pati ni bench chidali chimtengo hapa so we used to call this place BV laka we used to call this place BV so stay guys tangala pamina kwa tishimi kache family ni chemagero bapita panako kaskasiri comment so chemwa kumbwako. This was our life, man. We even got ourselves in trouble
because of that same tree.
This same place, yeah. Tumenya nako na group ya guys wenangu wako mbuyo pamena.
Now, getting back to the music, I wanna know. Yeah. Of course, I was asking, you studied, you've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
What made you decide, I think music, is what I do. You told me, it's something that you have a passion and you can express yourself in very, very well. Now, when and how did you decide I want to do this full time? I want to work hard as I can to do what you're doing right now.
First of all, when I started, it's not that maybe I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be a musician.
Yeah.
I just grew up from a music home environment.
Yeah.
My uncle, I grew up with my uncle before I started staying with my late sister.
Yeah.
So my uncle used to listen to a lot of Tupac, Monica.
Yeah. The great OD.
Yeah. All those old songs. So would listen to. My sisters used to love music, so would listen to those songs, hype them and everything. Then I grew my interest in music through listening, through the music that we were listening at home. Yeah. After that, I started creative writing. I wanted to write a novel. I wanted to write a novel, so I started creative writing. Creative writing actually. Napana gula book like she 80 pages book.
Yeah.
I started writing a story kulikagero kana mpaka nsia Kenya. So I started writing like the way we met. How the relationship was when she was around, and after she left, like how my life turned to be after she left, the things that I experienced and stuff. Then when I went to grade 10 at St. Edmunds, my teacher of literature, Mr. Malambo, he saw my story. Then I was like, can I read this? I was like, no problem. Then he started reading it, and he told me, you actually can make a good writer. You can make a good writer. He started helping me in a few mistakes and punctuation and everything. I was one of the best pupils at St. Edmunds in literature and English.
Wow.
Yeah. So after that, there was a guy called Mike at school. He was already in music. I think he had already done about 3 songs, and he used to perform at school. So I used to admire what he used to do, perform at school and everything. Then one day, like he became more like my role model. One day, the guy I was actually admiring told me, "Boy, you know where that came from." A lot of people in class used to say my written English is very good. So I would write to my stories in class, shani, guy when I'm going to karati anakagero afu nokalembera later, they would pay me to write letters to their girlfriends. You check. They would pay me to write letters to their girlfriends. So like people had
confidence in me that I can make a good writer. So I'm sure this is where it came from. That guy taught me, I said, I've never written music. I don't know how. Then he said, just give me the words. Just give me the words. Let me just the words.
I'll put it in the pattern and maybe I'll put it in a rhyme scheme.
So that's how I wrote. And I've been obviously guys in Nigeria, by the way. So I've been later on. Then one day he was performing on stage. He asked me to actually back him up on stage. He had done a song called My Teachers. He was just appreciating teachers for everything. My teachers, I still remember the song. So he was appreciating the song, the teachers. So we went on stage together. We started performing. But one funny thing, at the end of the day, people thought I was the one who sang the song. So people started calling me, my teachers, you know, my family I was in grade 11 then. My grade 10, grade 9, they'd call me my teachers. Up to today, there's still other people that call me my teachers.
Because of that same song.
Yeah. So from there, people thought I was an artist. Then they started demanding for music. So one day I said, okay, let me try to write a song. And I wrote one song called That You Are My Only Love.
Now, who was that dedicated to? Like, and how old were you first of all?
I don't remember how old, man. I can't do calculations right now, but I was in grade 12 then.
Yeah.
So grade 11, I was admiring somebody. By grade 12, I wrote my own song called You Are My Only Love. Man, when I listen to the song right now, I must say,
you still have that song?
I have it in my heart right now. But people loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it then. People loved the song then. And from there, that's how I started working on my mistakes. Zachosa nyimbo hii, obviously I would see the mistakes in the next song, like I would see myself evolving in the next song.
Yeah.
In every next project that I was working on, I would look back and say, Kumbuyo, I think mistake. This sounds better than I'm actually sounding better than I was yesterday. Yeah. So that's where it all started from.
Now coming to the music scene, especially I think I'll start with we in Nakambala, you brought us here, you showed us where you stayed, where you've lived, you gave us background story. Yeah. In Nakambala, what do you think the problem, or where do you think the music needs to be tapped on for people to grow bigger? Overall, let me say overall, I think Mazabuka first, since we are in Mazabuka.
I think first thing is cooperation, unity. We need to cooperate. We need to unite as artists in Mazabuka, because if we are not going to unite, we're not going to cooperate. There's no way fans out there are going to give us support when we are not united.
Yeah.
You get that? So when we are not united, people are not going to support us. So the first thing is we are supposed to unite and cooperate. This is one thing that we've been preaching all these years, unity. But it's like certain people, certain individuals just want to be islands. They just want to work on their own. You get? Then secondly, I think even we artists, we also need to step up. Like we need to up our game. Music inachinja. If zankalati tikali music ngoma takumbuyo, then we are not going to improve. Because I hear a lot of music here. You find that somebody has the potential. You can listen from the voice and everything, but sometimes even the production is not really. Of course, there are certain producers that are doing a great job, but let me just say in general, the majority haven't really gotten the whole idea. Especially when it comes to the issue of mixing sounds. Mixing sounds. That's why certain individuals like us, we feel comfortable to work from where we are going to be satisfied with the sound.
And how many studios do you think you have actually here in Mazabuka that you think are doing good, or have the potential of making something different or having that good quality sound?
There was a guy, so rest in peace, Jason. That boy, a lot of producers from as far as Lusaka would actually hire him
To go and work that side.
to go and work that side. That guy was good, and this is something that will never replace. This is a talent that will never replace. Yeah. That was one guy, but the studio reopened, but I haven't yet managed to check out what they do now.
There?
I haven't been there. And I think there's another guy called DJ Bone.
Okay.
DJ Bone, he's really doing the most. He's really doing the most. I think these are two
guys.
that can.
And if you had to, advise, artists, DJs, talk about producers, studios, Mazabuka, what advice would you give them, as they're, listening and watching you, on Msanza TV, of course, Rep Your Hood, what advice would you give them, to have that, to gain that unity, to gain that, good, production, that good, mixing. What advice would you give them out there right now?
I think teaming up is the only way. Teaming up is the only way. Artists, producers, DJs, they need to team up and cooperate. Okay. There are a lot of people there are a lot of young artists in Mazabuka that actually have good music. But when they go out to perform there, to promote their music, that is just DJ Ampa's attitude. DJ Ampa's such an attitude because probably he's undermining the
artist,
the artist because he's never heard him anywhere. He's never heard him anywhere. So sometimes even platform perform, they can't. An artist can't be awarded such a
step.
Yeah.
But talking about platforms, our radio stations. So let's start with Mazabuka. Our radio station is Mazabuka. Giving Mazabuka an artist that platform to perform.
In an LB operation on a radio station, Mazabuka. You are those guys are doing. They are doing the most. They are doing the most. Especially for my part, I don't know what I can say. Those guys have been so supportive. They've really been supportive. Talk of Radio Mazabuka, Wave FM, South Power, Baita FM. In the southern province, in the pressure. In a coin phone, I change for men, music young people. Of course, I know there are certain parts of Zambia, certain parts of Lusaka, certain part of Copper Belt where my music is playing. But I want my music to go out there like that. So when it comes to radio stations, I think these guys are really doing the most to promote young talent or local talent in Mazabuka. But the people I have a problem with in Mazabuka, club DJs and these event organizers.
Yeah.
These event organizers, kukalika delegation kajaka local delegation, like there are many instances when I get when these event promoters or the promoters call me and want me to give out a service. Yeah. They actually believe that I can deliver, I can do the good work. So tuna kaboero ka perform pa club Shanshano. You get that?
Yeah.
They believe in me, they believe that I can do the work, But what they want is at the end of the day,
without getting any compensation of just saying, okay, thank you.
I perform on stage. Napiva, they know their stuff just was unpassed.
Taxi.
They want me to perform for free.
Yeah.
So it's enough panga chata. It's better check manyumba che chini kwa chena bene madaje. Tambia kochera makatu now. I'll never perform for free, especially if somebody's charging.
You know what I mean?
He's making money, then he wants me to perform for free. Okay. There's at least a scenario whereby somebody says, no, but guy, I think we just want to have fun.
Yeah.
We want to perform. Ndalama mulibe. Like we are growing artists. We understand. But most of these people would rather pay a Lusaka-based artist to come and perform. To come and perform. They call me, I tell them, no, if you need my service, pay me. say, Kaiti, Pamozi, Shanshani.
And then those use that as exposure.
Yeah, then they would. Who doesn't know about me here? No, man, who doesn't know about Miz Wayne in Southern Province?
Yeah.
Who doesn't know about me in Mazabuka? I don't need promotion here. I appreciate the promotion, but I don't need somebody to say Tikupangira Zima.
Yeah.
My radio station, One Panga, they're already building me.
Yeah.
I want somebody who's going to make me reach to
high heights.
Yeah, to the high heights. I want somebody who's going to promote me such that my music can be selling out in the entire country.
Yeah.
See, somebody who's interested to see the best in me. Not chat, no, but guy, my performer. Next time, my guy. No, I don't want.
Now, there's that, young artist, there's that young fashionista, soccer player that has no courage of stepping out of their box and saying, look, I want to do this. I want to achieve my dream of being a musician or maybe, be a soccer player. What advice would you give them to inspire them, to get out of their box and, become, that person that they've always dreamt about? The way you are educated, you've done your school, you went to college, and, but you decided to do music because that is what you've always wanted. That was your passion. For that person that has such, a situation, how would you advise them to get out of that situation, out of that box and to follow their dreams?
The only thing that you need is to believe in yourself. First of all, you need to believe in yourself before the next person actually believes in you. Because if you're going to look down on yourself, see,
yeah.
Whatever. No. I started music way back, man.
Yeah.
Way back, I don't even remember. Way back. But I'm still here, I'm still pushing myself.
Yeah.
I still believe that I'm one of the best artists that Southern Province has ever raised. You get?
Yeah.
I believe in myself. There are, of course, instances where there are times when I feel like that I sometimes reach my breaking point. Like, I feel I'm wasting my time in music. But I'm still going to pick myself up and start again. So this is one thing that I can teach somebody out there. Pick yourself up. Every time you fall, pick yourself up. The most important thing is to keep moving. Like, believe in yourself, keep moving. I think kufunika wankachena mindset that kulibaza kutandiza. I'm on my own. You need to think like that. I'm on my own. So if I don't make ends meet, if I'm not going to do this, no one is gonna do it for me. Yeah.
Well, you know what it means, man. It is a Rep Your Hood right here on Sansa TV, channel 93 on the top star. They call me Teejay, Zambia, get a product, son. Of course, we came to visit Miz Wayne in Nakambala, of course. Now, the deep area of Nakambala compound right here in Mazabuka. And I should say a big shout out to my man for giving us time, taking us around. And a shout out to you, the watcher, actually the viewer, who's always watching us right here on this wonderful channel, which is Musanza TV. It is Rep Your Hood. I might be your neighborhood next time. You don't know where I'll find you, but I'll be in your neighborhood. But before we go, I want to do one thing. I want to see where they sell Katasu and Juntas here in Nakambala. Before I get to leave this place, I want to see that. I'm going to let Miz Wayne take us and see that place. It's your boy Teejay, Zambia, a.k.a. the Porter Kid's son. You know.
Let me take you, man.